So, Eiji tipped off Dwight about the safe, and if what he said is true, he's also got ties to Ebina. I have that right.
Yeah.
And if he knows Dwight, I imagine he knows Bryce by way of association. That means it's Eiji, Bryce of Polycana, and Ebina of the Seiryu clan.
All of them working against us.
How could I let this happen? Everything. It's all my fault. H-chan made a fool of me.
We're dealing with someone who put himself in a wheelchair because he dug up your history with Masato Arakawa. I doubt many people could see through something so deep, so don't put this all on yourself.
Yeah, but Hanawa-san and Wong still died. Akane-san got hurt. Lonnie's still gone. And now we're looking for her all over again.
I know it's a bad situation. We're at rock bottom. It can't get much worse.
But listen, Kasuga. That's all the more... Guys like us. All we can do is swallow the pain and push forward.
Chitose. I still don't have the full story.
You said Eiji was blackmailing you? What did you mean?
I wish I could tell you, but now's hardly the time. The police could be here any minute, and I'd rather be long gone.
That said, I do need to get something off my chest. Kiryu-san. Ichiban.
Yeah?
You've heard of the Tatara channel, yeah? The one that put false accusations on Ichiban and the party, and outed Kiryu-san's existence to the world?
What about it?
The VTuber running the show, Hisoka Tatara. Well, that was me.
What?
I'll demonstrate.
What's up, people? Tatara channel coming at ya! Ready for another mind-blowing revelation? Cause here it is! The Dragon of Dojima's been spotted in Hawaii!
That voice.
Chi-chan? You're her?
Yeah. And it was Eiji who pointed me at you. He wrote the script, I did the song and dance. Now you know the truth.
I'd say that's pretty damning evidence. Still, I wouldn't have guessed it was Eiji behind all that.
It's just like you said earlier. Eiji's been working with Ebina from the start. Everything he does is under Ebina's orders.
Speaking of, Ebina's starting some kind of garbage storing business.
Yeah, I heard it. Now I know which parts he left out.
Well, they've all been chasing Akane-san because she's sheltering Lonnie. Apparently, they thought sending Ichiban to Hawaii would help lure them out. And to see that through, Eiji's been keeping tabs on him from the moment they met on the plane. As for me, I was just another pawn in their game.
Chi-chan.
So it's confirmed then. We're up against Bryce, Ebina, not to mention Sawashiro.
The captain?
Yeah. When Tatara and Ebina outed me.
It's true, Ichiban. He put us through some major shit over here.
No, hang on a sec. You really think that's right?
What do you mean?
I know this might sound crazy, but... Guys, I don't think the captain would put Akane-san in danger.
Huh? Ichiban, you realize who you're talking about? He'll do anything and everything to get ahead, or save his own skin. For instance, wasn't he gonna kill Akane-san just to hide his dirty secret from his boss?
But he held back. Also, it was for the young master. To give his son a better life.
And now that he's lost everything, all he's got left is making good on his debt to Arakawa-san. Think about it. Why else would he let himself get locked up for a murder he didn't commit? There's no way he'd leave Akane-san to the wolves. Not after all this.
You're that sold, huh?
Hurry it up, Ichiban. We need to go, now!
Kiryu-san, when the captain asked me to go to Hawaii, he bowed to me. I know him. Bowing his head to me, of all people, can't be just an act. That's one thing he'd never do. Me meeting Akane-san would help the captain bury one of his last regrets. That has to be why he sent me.
And Sawashiro. You really think Ebina hasn't looped him in? That's true. Then he might not be on Ebina's team after all.
Kiryu-san, could you talk to the captain for me? Right now, I need to go after Lonnie. If we don't act fast, she might be gone forever.
We'll take this from separate angles.
If anything changes, I'll contact you right away.
Guess we've got ourselves a date with Sawashiro.
So, Storm...
Yeah. Hey, if I were you...
Don't waste your pay. Sawashiro may be elusive, but he's still...
You were quick, Sunny. Something wrong, Psycho?
It's just... Didn't this Eiji guy completely pull the wool over...
Yeah.
And now Ichiban saying Sawashiro. What makes him so sure? Yet somehow...
Maybe he sees something after all. Well, whoever's side he's on, Sawashiro's still a key figure in all this.
Okay then,
Right. When push comes to shove.
Kiryu-san.
Okay.
Hello?
It's Date, Kiryu. You remember the place I brought you to?
Yeah, I think...
Come by when you're free. I'm drinking all...
Okay.
Don't keep me...
I mean, yeah.
Maybe things are going well. Our bond's getting deeper.
I don't...
No, you're...
Did we?
All right. I've really gotten to know them.
So, for the record, Taichi's safely back in Okinawa by now. Bought him enough tchotchkes to fill a duffel bag. That cabaret fight shouldn't sour his memories of the city.
Good. Taichi's lucky to have you looking out.
Hang on. Too early to start thanking me. Come on. Taichi's far from the only one you've shut out.
That's what I'm supposed to be. Dead men don't... The Daidoji faction made that clear.
Then what happens now? There's video evidence of Kazuma Kiryu, force majeure as the French call it, out of our hands. Daidoji say anything about that?
No.
As I thought. They're not omnipotent anyway.
What are you trying to say?
Only that, the way I see it, the Daidoji fact, if circumstances align for a near miss or two with old friends, they'll likely...
Maybe.
Oh, I'm well aware. But seeing Taichi didn't make you break your word. You keep your distance, they never know you're there. I'm sure...
If I were one of them, I'd be none too...
Bloody hell. How about this, then? You know what Kamurocho's like these... With the Tojo and Omi put to pasture, the YAKUZA are just a memory. Petty criminals filled that gap. Better or worse, they're too insignificant to pin down.
I get it.
Some Kamurocho folk think it's worse than ever. Remind...
You can't find him? Date-san, when was the last...
Just after the dissolution, I suppose. He caught when Kazuma Kiryu... Akiyama went hunting for anything he could find. But he rang me up late one night. I've tried calling him since, but there's never an answer.
What? So he just disappeared?
The thought occurred to me, so I've kept a watch going. Are you worried? He's just one of plenty you've turned your back to.
I can't help but be curious. Of course I want to know how they're all doing.
That's so. Glad you finally said it. It's time to do...
Tell me what you want from...
I thought I'd been clear. This whole bucket... You and the Daidoji can stay honest with each other. Leave everything to me. Akiyama, too. Who else out there do you need to see? Think. You spent practically half your life on...
The people who meant the most to me are dead. Kazuma-san, Yumi. I still visit their graves. In fact, I was just there recently. To say I'll be with them.
God's sake. All right, let's focus on the ones who are... Because, like it or not, that includes you.
This is too much pressure for me to...
Oh, yeah. Don't mind me. The older I get, the less patience I seem to have.
Well, I guess they're...
There you go. That's a great call, in fact. Kazuki and Yuya. They're doing... As you know, Stardust fell to the Korean Mafia some time back. But it's up and... Yep, now that we have that settled, I only have to come up some way the Daidoji faction will write off as a coincidence. Like with Taichi, we need the perfect setting.
Whatever you say. I'll go along with this because I trust you.
Stop it. This is something I want to do.
Bring it on.
It's over.
I haven't even warmed up yet. I'm fine.
Hello?
It's Date Kiryu. Could you come to the Harbor Light? We'll make for Kamurocho from there.
Understood.
Hey,
Things are going well. Our bond's getting deeper.
Show me what you got. It's over.
I haven't even
Hardly a
warmed
fair
up yet.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
All right. Bring it on. Allow me.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. It's my turn.
Here we go.
You all look great.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Allow me.
Right. It's my turn.
Here we go.
Back in the kitchen.
And that's the end
Did
of
you
it.
really think? Okay. Not a scratch.
Well,
and the
did you?
pie-
Things are going well. I've really gotten to know them.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうござい
Gosh, are you sure? Thanks.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. Our bond's getting deeper.
I'm up.
Huh.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, what?
Things are going well. Complete.
Hey, curious.
Good you're here, Kiryu. Have everything you...
Yeah.
Straight over to Stardust. Hope you're prepared for this. And there it is. Kamurocho's prevailing host.
Prevailing, huh? They've come along.
Obviously, the Jingon occupation brought some drastic... Now it's returned to its more traditional roots, so...
You're not kidding. That's not just traditional.
Honestly, things never change. Right in the middle of the street.
Like I give a shit who you're with. The Tojo clan couldn't even get protection. Get out of here. Don't come...
You're freaking dead! We're gonna ruin this!
That the best you got for me? Real Kamurocho, let me teach you. Never scream.
Oh my gosh! He's the coolest! And Yuya-san's here too!
Nicely done, Yuya. You're as fearless as the day I met you.
Kazuki-san. I'll cover the outside. You worry about business.
You know how boring it is without you in there? Come.
On it.
Wow! Stardust!
Seems as popular as...
I suppose so. I appreciate you helping me get one last...
Slow down. Hey, that was the owner just now, right? Hell of a...
Oh, yeah, wasn't it?
Those crooks were looking for protection money? Amazing how... And by the looks of it, business is boom.
Suppose so. We're, pretty old-fashioned as host clubs go. Our competitors like to say we're behind. But Kazuki-san's a great boss, and with him in charge again, we're all eager to work. The fact that he still pulls in such young fans is especially motivating.
I'm glad to see people still admire.
That'll never change. They've always been a different breed. And Kamurocho fixtures for... Most people have forgotten by now, but the Jingon Mafia took this place some time. They had money, weapons, people.
The Jingon used Stardust to launch their Kamurocho expansion.
Oh, mister, you know your stuff. Have you heard the entire history behind it? As to why the Jingon was targeting Kamurocho in the first place. You see, the Korean Mafia was beaten, badly, by Tojo clan, meaning no offense, you two look like you might have been around back then. Do you know about the Dragon of...
Yep, I've heard the name before.
I figured. No one who knows anything about Kamurocho wouldn't know Kazuma Kiryu. Yeah, Kiryu-san was the legend who kicked the Jingon out almost single... Kazuki-san and Yuya, though, had the misfortune. So, when the Jingon Mafia finally came back, they went... You could say Kazuki-san was just another victim of Kazuma...
Not exactly, you know?
Don't you think? I gotta say, this city's story has always been about honest people paying for the undergrounds. At least
Keep going. This isn't what... Kazuki and Yuya are coming to Serena in a little...
Don't tell me you invited them there.
I'm not saying you have to reveal yourself. It's just a chance to hear them, see him.
No. I saw for myself they're doing well.
Oh, come on. I promise you, whatever that toddler of a host said, Kazuki and Yuya don't... I've never heard them utter one...
Even still.
Honestly, just come up. What's a calming this place anyway? Think... Ah, there you are.
Likewise.
Not every day the legendary detective...
Is that the kind of barefaced flattery Stardust customers get treated?
That wasn't flattery. Everyone knows I speak my mind.
All right.
Hey, by the way, this place is empty. You didn't...
Not at all. This is the slow time of night. Always clears out around...
Come on, Yuya. Don't be
Okay, Kazuki-san, but I bet you were thinking...
Here it is. Trying to clear your... I apologize for that.
Oh, get this, Date-san. Know what happened earlier? Some small-timers actually came around...
Yeah, I saw. Happened to be down the street during the don't tell anyone I said that. Technically, I probably should have arrested...
How are you all...
Rolling on Stardust's front door just now? Gotta say, it actually brought...
Yeah?
Huh. Do you have to ask? I'm sure we're all thinking this...
Yep.
Come on, don't keep me...
Back in the day, Yuya would hurl Yakuza hither and yon from our doorway.
I get it now.
Hard to believe that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. I can count on one hand the fights I've lost in my life. But I've never felt strength like his before. That first night, he looked just like any other mid-rank soldier come to squeeze it.
Huh. Little did you know you were picking a fight with the...
Time never slowed. Soon, Kiryu-san will have been dead for as long as I knew him when he was alive.
Yuya keeps a bottle on reserve just in case he ever shows up again. One of our most expensive bottles, and doesn't exactly help our bottom line.
Well, Yuya's not alone there. Sometimes I'm stunned he's been gone.
But everyone in this district who ever met the guy feels that...
Maybe. Still, he had a way of bringing trouble wherever he went, wouldn't you say? Stardust must have surely suffered over the years because of him. Now, your doorman has something of a grudge against him.
Can't in good faith deny that, I guess. Talk about someone the world just has it out for. There were times he'd waltz in, and you'd... I don't know.
It's fine, if you're still carrying this with you.
Okay. The thing is, no one ever took the brunt of it worse than Kiryu. When that man clenched his jaw and furrowed his eyes, all your...
I'll never forget the first time we met. He was ready to overthrow the Tojo clan, but then he found a little girl worth 10 billion yen and decided to protect her like she was his own. After that, Kiryu-san became an icon to the city. Anyone who knew him knew the courage he could instill. Every twist and turn, all our troubles and hard times felt bearable.
Yeah. To us.
Hey. Why tonight? Why invite both of us here all of a sudden?
What do you mean?
News of Kiryu-san, perhaps? Some sliver of evidence somehow suggesting that his death was...
Don't do this to yourselves. I'm sorry, but I called you because I felt like
I see.
Come on.
You...
Kazuki-san likes to say that Kiryu-san deserves to have us honor. That's why Stardust was worth all the scraping and clawing it took to get it.
Yeah, that must have been difficult. But from the looks of it, Kamurocho itself even, like the city's healing from
For the first time in a long time. I think I'd be proud for him. I'd like him. I suppose I understand you.
It's all right. I have a feeling he's damn proud. Believe me, there's not a doubt. I should apologize for dragging you all the way up.
You don't have to do that.
Kazuki and Yuya, well, feel free to tell me I was right. But maybe Kamurocho can become a little bit better. If it's... How was it?
It was good. Like listening in on your own funeral, though.
Yeah. Although, what better way to find perspective on the life? No one expects there, the poor bastard, everyone. Except maybe you. You think you only ever put people in danger. I'm working on another clandestine reunion. Stay in touch.
Thanks for the drink.
Good night, Kiryu.
I see you got here quick. Should have known you two would hustle.
Yeah, what took you? Hey, Zhao! Jungi-han!
How are you? It's been so long.
Indeed. I see you two are as lively as ever.
Well, hello there. Tai Taichi Suzuki-san.
I've seen you two around.
He used to lead the Yokohama Liumang. And I'm sure you remember Jungi-han.
Sunny filled me in on the details, including those about your...
Did she? Guess that... Who are they?
Some local detectives. I call them up every now and again to keep me informed on Ijincho's... They're still in the trial phase, of course.
Huh. On that note, looks like your detective doesn't recognize our man Kiryu.
Well, ignorance is bliss.
So that's what's up. Sawashiro's a hard... Depending on how deep he's in with Ebina, we may want to read...
The Seiryu clansman similarly hard to read. After Takabe, the next... But hearing this puts a lot...
Yeah?
It goes back to Takabe's arrest. He was suspected of handing his men... Apparently there was a rat. And now it's smelling more and...
Why?
I heard a Seiryu clan informant leaked the details that led to... Now, if Ebina was truly after a second great dissolution, he wouldn't need... So at the time, we never... However, if the dissolution is merely a ruse, and his true goal was to take the reins, then it's all but certain that Takabe's...
Is it possible he wanted to split up the Yakuza, but then change his mind after...
Or maybe he joined the Seiryu clan intending to take over. And to do that, he even
Why do all that, though?
That's what I'd like to know.
Actually, if Sawashiro's always sticking around Ebina...
Yeah. Assuming he's not on board with Ebina's plans like...
Well, Sonny already... Let's just die.